let me recap what we talked about the binomial distribution. Okay, this is a summary of the binomial distribution. A binomial distribution is a distribution that has n trials, so n steps. In each step, we have two possible outcomes, success and failure, or call it whatever you want to call it, but it's only two outcomes. That is why it's called binomial. And we are interested in the number of successes in n trials. So the binomial is going to tell you the number of successes in n trials. Okay? And you know what is the probability? The probability of x is equal to n factorial divided by n minus x factorial times x factorial times p to the power of x times q to the power of n minus x. So, in the binomial distribution, we have two parameters. N, that is the number of trials, and p, that is the probability of success in each one of these steps or trials. Okay? Now, in order to get probabilities, either we get the formula, or we do the tables, or we use the TI-84. Okay? So, when I want to know what is the probability of x, go directly to the table or the formula or the TI-84 using the probability distribution function, the binomial probability distribution function. Now, let's say the probability that x is less or equal than 3. That's equal to the probability of 0 plus the probability of 1 plus the probability of 2 plus the probability of 3. Okay? Or this probability is given by the CDF, that is the cumulative distribution function in your TI-84. Okay? So, what is the probability that x is less than 3? Be very careful in questions like this. Is less or equal than 3 includes the 3. Less than 3 do not include the 3. So it's equal to the probability of x is less or equal than 2. Okay? And remember, the cumulative distribution function in your TI-84 gives you the probabilities below and including that particular number. So in this case, you have to enter in your calculator the 2, not the 3. Okay? Because this is equal to probability of 0 plus the probability of 1 plus the probability of 2. What if I ask you, what is the probability that x is greater than 3? How do you enter that in your calculator? Okay, so it has to be equal. The 3 is not included, so it's 1 minus the probability of x is less or equal than 3. Okay, and then you enter this data in your calculator, and there's 1 minus whatever the calculator gives you. Right? What if I ask you the probability of x is greater or equal than 3? Okay. Again, you have to have the inverse or the complement, and you have to say, well, the 3 in this case is included, so it has to be 1 minus the probability of x less or equal than 2. You see, why is this happening? Right? Yes or no? Guys, please, I will never tell you that I'm not answering any question. And no question is a lazy question or a senseless question. Okay? You know why? Okay. In this case, you use the CDF. You understand up to here. because the CDF in your TI-84 gives you the probability that is 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. I mean, all the values that are below that particular value. Okay? In this case, we don't want to include the 3. So what is the probability that x is less than 3? So 3 is not included. So we need to know what is the, and it's exactly what is the probability that x is less or equal than 2. And then we enter this in the calculator. The 2 is in the calculator. When we want to know what is the probability that x is greater than 3, okay? Since the 3 is not included, I need to do the complement including the 3, the 1 minus, remember that all this, when you add all the values for all the possibilities in a continuous in a discrete distribution, they have to add 1. Okay? So in order to find this, you have to make the complement. 1 minus the probability of x is less or equal than 3 is equal to probability of x is greater than 3. Okay?
So if it says equal than, that's when you include 3.
Right.
But if it's just less than,
it's not included.
it's not included.
It's not included, exactly. If I say, what is the probability that x is less than 3?
Probability that x is less than or equal to 2.
Exactly. You see? Okay. And this also fits for the Poisson distribution that we're going to cover today. I just want to make sure that how you do that in your calculator, and that you realize that when I ask you the greater, it has to be the complement, or you have to go each one, you know, the n steps. But I don't want it to work much than you should.
Yeah, the third one.
This one?
No, this is the one that's other. If it's greater than, why would you take the less than or equal to 3?
Less or equal to, because 3 is not included in this one. So it has to be included in the complement. You see? Because this one includes 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So it has to be 1 minus 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? You see? Because when you add all those numbers from 0 to whatever number it goes, that should